Hi, everyone, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly horoscope. My name is Terence Gardino. This is going to be an eventful week with plenty of planetary activity. And finally, Mercury goes direct once again on Friday, October the 9th, where we can then start to make those important decisions, resolve any misunderstandings that might have occurred since Mercury went retrograde back in September the 17th. On Tuesday, where it's a powerful day, the Sun is forming a hard angle to Pluto that might happen 4 times a year. And this could be when there might be some ego disputes, some power struggles. Always look to the positive. It's a day that you could go deep within yourself for self-discovery. Therefore, it could also be a good for researching and studying. Plus, Mercury, which is how we gather information, how we process it in our decision-making faculties. Even though Mercury is still retrograde, it's very favorable with Saturn. So our mind is slowing down. We've learned our lessons, hopefully. We're being a little bit more cautious, a little bit more practical. But Mars, that energetic Mars, is being in opposition or confrontation to Neptune. Neptune is this spiritual energy, but when it's in a hard angle, the Neptune can dissolve and confuse the energy. And Mars is this focused, ambitious, aggressive energy. So when you're interacting with others, that's that opposition, there might be some disappointments, that you don't have the energy, the motivation, you're more easily discouraged. And this might also prompt you to do some soul searching and look within yourself. Not the best day to be commencing any important business projects, starting a job, launching a business. On Thursday, Venus re-enters Virgo. It'll be there for the next 4 weeks. Now, if you recall, Venus went retrograde, as it does every year and a half, back at the end of July the 25th. And it retrograded at 0 degrees of Virgo. It went right into the first degree of Virgo and then appeared to stop and went back into Leo. And that was testing and complicating relationships to the beginning of September. But here's Venus now back to that 0 degrees of Virgo. So it's reawakening these issues that might have created some complications. So it could be a time of resolution or closure. But it can certainly, wherever Venus will be in Virgo, and wherever Virgo affects your chart, the Venus can start bringing more pleasure, more creativity, more sociability. And then on Friday, Mercury is going direct. And it's going direct in the sign of Libra. In fact, it's in Libra all of September and all of October. So Mercury is that decision-making planet. Libra is about relationships or finding a fair compromise. The Mercury in Libra is trying to weigh all the possibilities to make the right decisions. In fact, many of you during the Mercury in retrograde, didn't have to be such a negative experience. It could have just been a more indecisive period because you were weighing so many options. But after the 9th, when Mercury goes direct, your mind starts to become more clear. I would wait until the new moon on October the 12th, and maybe a few days after that, to really make the important decisions. On Saturday, as Mercury is now starting to move forwards, Venus is now in a hard angle to Saturn. And this is pointing out that this is a really favorable day, or maybe the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to work on relationships. Now, you may come to the realization that a weak relationship's been hanging on with a thread, but you've been indecisive about it and you didn't know what to do, you finally realize it doesn't work. But on the more favorable side of this, this would be a great weekend to work on your relationships and to and work through those problems and work through any of those miscommunications and misunderstandings that the Mercury in retrograde had been stirring up. So as we go into Sunday, Sunday is a powerful day to get ready for the next work week because Jupiter will be in excellent aspect to Pluto, with that effect lingering into Monday, maybe even longer. But also the Sun will be in direct opposition to Uranus. That's also will be lingering into Monday. The Sun-Uranus could indicate that an unexpected offer comes in out of the blue, or somebody presents you with an idea and you have this aha moment. And with expansive Jupiter in great aspect to powerful Pluto, you will be feeling like this is the time to start acting. You're feeling like the gods are with you, and you're feeling this luck. So I would, though, however, use Sunday and Monday to really collect your thoughts, do your due diligence, maybe talk to some people, really think about it, because there's some really important decisions about business, money, moving towards your life path that would be best to enact or commit to after the new moon on October the 12th. But this October the 11th, which is the day before actually, this is where you're feeling all this optimism and you're ready to break out and try something fresh and new. So just give it a couple of days so you're not so wound up and you can make the best decisions, because we're also waiting for Mercury to get back to its regular speed so your mental faculties are at its strongest. So before I close, if you, as you know, at astrologyanswers.com, you can ask questions of the astrologers. If you would like to request me, I guess you just go to the website, search my name, and I will answer a question that is specific to your birth information. And always try to give an approximate time of birth so I can give you a lot more detail with the answer. Well, I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, I hope you have a great week.